Hi everyone, it's Danielle. I'm back temporarily. But I just want to do a quick video because I was talking to some people and they're going through, you know, some things and they're in love. And they're blinded by love. They don't see what I see because I'm on the outside looking in and they tell me things which I'm not going to speak of, but in my opinion, if you know that somebody's cheating on you, and you know, and like you've been with him for 2, 3, 5 years, and it's the same thing over and over again, it's time to cut him off. Cut him off. You need to know your worth. You're better than that. So it's so important to know what you're worth. If you don't know what you're worth, you're going to stay putting yourself in the same predicament over and over again. They say you learn from your mistakes, but some people don't. They just don't, honestly. It is so important. Women, to know your worth. Because if you don't know your worth, he ain't going to know your worth. Because you need to show him that, oh, I'm not gonna tolerate the BS. Like I'm gonna put an end to this like right now. If you cheat on me and you can't stay committed to me, you can't stay with me, just be with me. I'm not gonna keep coming back to you. Females keep running back to these guys over and over and over again, and of course the guy's gonna take them back because they just want the cook, they just want the coochie, vagina, pussy, whatever. They just want it. She has her headphones, you guys, so she can't hear me. And I just, I don't know. I never been in love. I don't know. I wasn't even in love with her daddy. I liked him. Things happened. I got pregnant, whatever. But to go back to a relationship that you know that's not working out is just, I'm gonna say it, dumb, stupid, idiotic. It's so important to let the guys know what you're gonna stand for and what you're not gonna stand for. To let them know what you're gonna stand for and what you're not gonna stand for. Because if they know that you're gonna keep coming back to them, they're gonna keep cheating on you. So once you just put your foot down and be like, okay, I'm not gonna deal with this no more and leave, and then years down the line they might come back and be like, I'm sorry, I messed up, can we try over again, I've grown, then that's a different story. But if they come back if you go back to them a week, a month later and be like, babe, let's try this over again, he's still gonna do the same thing that he was doing when y'all first met, when y'all first got together, when y'all broke up. He gonna be doing the same thing and it ain't gonna change. So sometimes it takes years for a guy to recognize what he lost. Sometimes it takes months for him to recognize what he lost. But at the end of the day, you gotta put your foot down and say, this is what I'm gonna put up with. This is what I'm worth. This is what I'm gonna tolerate. Like, just, you have to freaking know what you're worth. Like, yeah, you might not be the sexiest thing walking around here, but if you're classy, if you're educated, if well, sometimes you don't gotta be educated. If you just know how to talk to people, if you know how to communicate, that's gonna get you so far in relationship. And as long as you stay faithful and committed, then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. It's it's so hard for this generation. I would say the '90s generation because I'm the '90s baby. Um, the millennials, I guess that's what we're called, and to it's in generations after us. It's just so hard to find somebody that's faithful. It's so rare to see somebody that's been in a relationship who's a millennial child more than what 2, 3 years, 5 years, probably the max. I mean, I don't know nobody who's been in a relationship that long, who was born in the '90s. I mean, we're just 20, we're in our 20s, so we still have time, but yet and still, it's hard to find somebody who's faithful. It's hard to find somebody who's gonna be committed. And for the young mothers out there, for the young mothers out there, it is so hard for us to find a man because we have kids, and the thing that you should fear when it comes down to looking for somebody who's going to be in your child's life is how they're going to act around your child, how they're going to treat your child, how they're going to treat you. So don't rush into no relationships, ladies. If you got kids, you don't have kids, don't rush into no relationship. Take your time, because taking your time is important. Because if you rush into something, you're gonna end up blindsided by all the things that's gonna come up later on in the relationship. Instead of taking your time, getting to know the person, going out on dates, multiple dates, your relationship lasts longer when you know the person really well and you've known a person for a long time. That I've learned that. Um, Again, back to females with babies. Like you cannot bring everybody around your child, especially if you have a little girl. You cannot trust everybody. Might be a predator and you just don't know it. He might be looking like he want to talk to you, but he really wants your daughter. And you get to know him, you warm up to him, everything. You leave him alone with your baby, and guess what? Your baby being molested. Be careful who you bring around your child. Be careful who you bring into your house. It's hard. And again, I think that if you have a child young, you should focus on finishing. If you are a teen parent, finish your education, get your education. If you're not with the baby's father, don't try to get into their relationship until you're finished with high school, until you finish with college, until you start your career. You know that's gonna take a while, but you can talk to people, get to know people, and maybe something will happen. But I suggest that you do not rush to a relationship when you have a child. Just build on your future and raise your child appropriately. Because at the end of the day, your child is the person who you need to be focused on. And you need to focus on maturing as a woman, growing as a woman, and just becoming the best mother that you can be. And possibly the best wife that you can be, depending on your situation, because everybody's situation is different. Some people meet their husbands in college and they end up being good stepfathers and good husbands. Some people meet their husbands, during their career. So don't rush into anything. Date, yeah. Be careful who you bring around your kids, and be careful who you bring into your home. Don't let everybody know where you live. If you dating 5 or 6 guys, like going on dates, not really in relationship dating, but going on dates, getting to know the person. Don't let all 5 or 6 guys know where you stay. Don't even let one know where you stay, because you never know what the person might turn out to be. If you say, I want to take you out, like, okay, well, I'll meet you at the spot. Even if you ain't got no car, catch the bus. Make it an early date and catch the bus. And catch the bus back home. Hell. Or have him drop you off in front of your apartment complex. If you stay in apartments. If you stay in the house, have him drop you off like 5 houses down and walk. Have them drop you off to the gas station. If you're a teen parent, have your mama come pick you up. If you got a roommate and your roommate got a car, have your roommate come pick you up. Don't let them niggas know where you stay, because you don't know what they're capable of. And I think that'll be all for today. I've vented. I hope I gave you guys a little motivation, a little encouragement to keep doing what you need to do in order to build yourself, especially as parents. Because at the end of the day, your child's gonna look up to you, and your child's gonna be like, well, hey, my mama was a hoe. She dated 5, 6. She dated like 10, 20 guys. She was hunched 10, 20 guys in 1 year. Hell, you never know what some of these females do. But your children look up to you. So do what's in the best interest for them and yourself, especially if you have little girls. So, I hope I made a good point. I hope I was able to encourage you and keep your kids off of these devices, because it stops their growth, their mental developments. If you have them on the device, that'd be for no more than like 10 minutes, and then make them grab a book, And right now, I'm going to reach her 10-minute mark. So we're going to end this and we're going to grab a book and read. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say see you later.
Yeah.
Give him a kiss.
Mm.
All right.
Mom.